Hi, I am Tracy with Sierra Pacific Mortgage. I wanted to let you know how to get your own login so that you have access to pricing. You'll get rate sheets every day, and you can look at our guidelines and our overlays. Here's the screen you'll come to when you type in www.spm1.com. So that is www.s as in Sam, P as in Paul, M as in Mary, the number 1.com. When you put that in, you will then get to this page. If you notice, right under the login button is a new user button. You will push that new user button, and this is what comes up. So you will fill this out. You'll pick Sacramento, and then it'll change to there. You can pick me, Tracy Fitzgerald. After that, you type in your information. You type in your company name, your phone number, and so forth. When it comes down to here, you enter your own password and you request access. Once you've requested access, it comes up and says it's done. You'll hit the home key. Once you hit the home key, it'll bring you to this page. Now you are in. That's how you get your own login and password. Your user ID will be your email, and your password will be the password that you picked. So now you're on this page, and you've got some quick links. See right here it says product pricing? Well, that screen takes you here. Okay? Now, you can always look at the rate sheet. And the rate sheet, see right here it says rates? That'll take you to the rate sheet. But it's much safer in today's world to let the computer think for you because we're humans and we make human errors. So let's price one of these out. So here we go. We're in California. We're in the Sacramento area, so we'll go down and pick Sacramento. Property type, we're going to make this really easy. Detached for single family, 1 unit. We're going to make it a purchase since you guys do real estate. Primary residence, we're only going to give them one house. We're going to make the loan amount $180,000 and the purchase price $200,000. So you do still put in the appraised value as well. We're not going to have a second. Okay, so for this sake, we're going to pick 30-year fixed, full doc. Now it says no doc. There isn't any no docs anymore, so I don't know why it says it. So we're just going to go with full docs. Let's give them impounds, and we're going to give them a 720 score. In this case, there is no MI. We're not going to pick MI. We're going to leave that blank. We're going to select an originator, and I will select your company. Let's see, where'd it go? There it is. Okay, so I've selected your company. Now this is lender paid and borrower paid. We're going to do it lender paid. I'm going to show you what that means to the pricing. And then I will come back and do it borrower paid and show you what that means. It's a purchase, so we can do that in 30 days. We're going to leave this at 0 at all times. So we're going to go ahead and hit calculate. And this is where I wish we had Jeopardy music playing because it takes a few minutes and it would entertain us, would it not? Okay, what's going to come up is the many products you're going to be able to do with those parameters I put into that screen. So here they are, and there's lots of them, but I happen to know the T300 right here is our Fannie conventional 30-year fix. So we're going to go over here to more pricing, and we're going to drill down. So now we're going to get all the pricing for that product with the parameters we gave it. Okay, now here it is, everywhere from 3 1/4, and they'd have to come in with 6.8 points. Nobody's going to do it. And then we go down here, and here we've got the lowest rate with the least amount of cost. Okay, so I want you to write this down for me so we will compare later. 4.375 and write down parentheses 0.235 parentheses. That means it's a negative, and that amount is available to go to your borrower for their closing costs. Okay, so let's drill down even more, because when you drill down even more, you will then see the breakdown. Here we've got the T300, which is a conventional 30. There's your interest rate. You're going to lock it for 30. If you were to lock it, it would be for 30 days. There's the amount that gets left over to go to the borrower's closing costs. Loan amount, we're at an LTV of 90%. We didn't pick one of those MIs. There is MI. It's a monthly MI in this case. We didn't pick one of them because they're a hit to the rate, and right now we're not getting that deep. That could be another class. We'll do an MI class. But there's your LTV and your credit score. So originally on the rate sheet, see this right here? The YSP for that rate would have been 3.610. But there was a hit for FICO and LTV. And then Fannie gives us another hit for the credit score because we are below 740. And that's the magic number these days. And then here is where you get, the broker gets paid and the broker pays you. See right here? So this amount is taken out of this amount, and that's a healthy amount, so it leaves 0.235 left over for your borrower. Okay? Now this is a lender paid. You will most likely be doing 99% of your loans as lender paid. And your fee that they pay you is embedded into the rate. They don't come out of their pocket paying you in lender paid comp. But let's go back. Let's see. I don't want to experiment. Let's go back. I was going to see if that button took me all the way back to product pricing and I didn't have to put the information back in, but I'm too chicken. I don't want to try it while I'm training. But anyway, so we're going to go all the way back to the first screen, and where I put lender paid comp, I'm now going to put borrower paid comp. Because what borrower paid comp is the borrower pays your compensation. Lender paid comp, the lender, meaning us, and that means the rate, pays your compensation. So we're going to go back to borrower paid, where the borrower pays for it. That means the borrower pays for it out of his pocket, out of his bank account, out of his seasoned proceeds. He cannot pay you, let's say hypothetically you charge 2 points. He can't pay you out of the YSP that comes with the rate, okay? So that's really important to know. Now here we have it again. See, there's our T300. We're going to drill down for more pricing, and we're going to pretend we're playing the Jeopardy theme, so everyone sing that in your head. Now, the cheapest rate before there's a cost. See, there's a cost because there's no negative sign right there. Well, here, there's money back to the borrower so that they can pay for some of their closing costs, right? That rate is 3.875. Now, let's look at the breakdown on that, because here we have it. It started off, that was the base pricing before we touched it. There's that hit for FICO LTV. There's the other hit because their FICO is under 740, and it leaves them this much towards their closing costs. Do you notice what's missing here? The line that paid the broker and you. This rate no longer has your compensation embedded into it. Okay? So please keep in mind the difference of that. All right? We go back here, and that's product pricing. I've now shown you how you get into our system and start working it. Here we've got product matrices. Now the matrices are your Bible to what we do. Okay? So I'm not going to go through everyone because I'd overwhelm you with information. But here we've got our high balance Fannie, our conforming Fannie. Down here we've got FHA, we have jumbos, we've got a whole bunch of stuff. But when you go into these matrices, what you find is the grid. You've got a 1 unit, here we got a primary home, purchaser rate and term, 1 unit. Oh look, we can go to 97%. Now there's some guidelines to the 97%, one of which you need at least a 620. Gotta tell you, To get have a 620 credit score and go to 97%, you better have a whole bunch of money in the bank. But anyway, and let's say you're doing an investment purchase, 1 unit, 85%. So this is a grid that is your Bible that you walk around with because it tells you what you can do. You don't strictly go by this. There's other guidelines, but it's a good start. Then it goes into guidelines on using this program. It talks to you about the appraisal. It talks to you about if you're doing a condo. You're going to call me if you're doing a condo until you've done it a while. Okay, eligible types of properties and ineligible. There's a whole bunch of information in here that this is how you learn the business. What if the maximum number of finance properties with this program? It says 4, but we have another program that you can go up to 10. So all of this information is in here and it's all super helpful to you. So that's another thing. Now this is the end of my training tonight because I do 15 minutes at a time. Next time we may go into other programs, policy and procedures, or I'll show you what the pipeline looks like. Okay, until the next time, thank you for training.